Welcome to our Realtor Spotlight. Today, we have the one and only Victory Reneau. I'm Richard Whittington with Whittington Realty. Today, we get to know you, Victory. What's going on?
Just enjoying the holidays and family time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You went to the wrong place to get here.
I did. I ended up going to the South office, but it's okay. I got to go give my new husband a hug. So
Okay.
yeah.
You got married.
Just got married
Okay.
2 weeks ago.
All right. How's that going?
It's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
You do.
It's a vibe. Yeah.
What's changed? What's changed in the relationship?
Oh, actually, I didn't know if it would be that much different, but it actually really is. There's like a deeper trust, I think, between us since we decided to.
There's a commitment.
Yeah, it actually is different. It's not just a piece of paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no back door. There's only
You
can't leave. You can't walk.
It's a
now.
little tougher. Yeah.
Right. No,
If
that's
you think
good.
twice, I actually say sorry quicker now.
Right.
Yeah.
You struggled with that
I
before.
did.
That's funny.
I was like, I'm always right. And I was like, well, now, he's my husband. I better,
Right.
say
My-
sorry quicker.
One of my favorite things about you, Victory, is when people talk about, they say, who's your number one producer? My mom asks me that every week, by the way, or 4 or 5 times a week. She'll ask me who they know.
That's cute.
And I'll always have to say Victory. And she'll be like, Victory. I said, Mom, you remember Victory Gymnastics? And she'll be like, yeah. I said, that's her. That's her. So anyway, you're a big deal.
Oh my gosh, I don't know about that.
You
but
are.
I do wish I appreciated when I was doing gymnastics. I
Right.
wish I appreciated a little more because now it's like
Do you miss it?
all the time.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So do you go down there?
Yes.
And when you walk in, do they announce that
No.
you're in the building? They don't?
No, maybe they should. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
No, it's fun. No, I definitely go in there and I kind of gotta, see the coaches and maybe get a little chalk on my hands, and
Right.
I do miss it a lot. Yeah.
Is there a smell when you walk in
Yes.
of a gym that
Yes.
makes you think, yeah,
100%. It's it just gets it gets my competitive juices going. I'm like,
Right.
I wish I could get back out there and still do it. I really do.
So you did that for how long?
I did it for 17 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's 10 levels?
Well,
Or what?
technically there's 10 levels and then there's elite.
Okay.
And so I was training for elite. We used to train like 6 hours a day, 3 hours in the morning, 3 to 4 hours at night. And I almost got to that level, but I just kind of kept having some injuries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but yeah, I used to travel a lot and did a lot of competition and
Right.
really, really loved it.
That's good.
It really
What,
prepared me for, I think, life.
in what ways? I was going to ask that.
I think, when you're training that long and you kind of have to learn how to juggle things, you have to juggle school, you have to juggle your family, and just doing something that you're totally committed to like that. I think it just teaches you, like, once you get past sports or whatever, just to channel that energy and commitment and hard work into something else, which I feel like I've done with real estate.
Right.
So that's been kind of fulfilling.
Right. Now you left Oklahoma and went to Chicago, right?
I did.
And that was what, 2-year stint? What was that?
I was there for almost a year.
What was that time? What was that, a good memory, bad memory? Was that something that
Yeah, I was younger. I was about 12, and it was a good memory, and it was tough because I have 11, I have 11 brothers and sisters. I
Right.
have 2 brothers and 8 sisters, and I was away from them. I only got to see them once,
in that year? Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And,
at 12?
Yeah. It's because it's just hard. It was hard to, it's expensive to.
Right.
And my mom, though, would come up every 3 weeks. She would bring maybe 2 of my siblings to come say hi. She even brought my cat once, which was really sweet. But but good memories too, because I met a lot of people.
She brought your
She
cat.
brought my cat. I'm a cat person.
Is the cat still alive?
Oh no, I love that cat. But it's okay. I have 4 more now, so
Oh, good.
it's good.
All
We
right.
made it for that. But no, it was great. I got to meet a lot of people and get a lot of good food too. They have a lot.
They do have good food.
They have good pizza. They
Yeah.
have really good. Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Food.
So you, realtor, and
Mm-hmm.
then you didn't work. You didn't have another job at all until you became a realtor, right?
I didn't. I did go to college.
Okay.
I have my bachelor's and my master's,
Okay.
and
Where'd you go to school?
OU.
I did not know that.
didn't know
I
that?
don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you've told me.
I got a journalism degree, and I wanted to be a sports journalist, and then I was like, well, maybe I should get something else, so just in case. And so then I got a degree in HR, And I don't know. I just kept thinking I was coaching gymnastics too at the time, and
Okay.
I love kids, and I
Right.
really enjoyed that a lot. But it wasn't really paying the student loans. And my at the time he was my boyfriend, who I'm married to now, Rahi. He was like, you'd be a really good realtor, and I was like, nah.
Seriously.
It was yeah,
Oh, wow.
seriously. And he was beginning to flip a house. He said, I'll tell you what, if you will get your license, you can list this house for me. And I was like, okay, sounds fun. He's like, you get a 6% commission if you get both sides. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah.
What was the price?
It was gonna be like 200,000. So I felt motivated. I'm not gonna lie,
Sure.
I felt motivated by that. So I did school. It was kind of tough. It took me about 6 months to finish online, and yeah, so that's how I kind of got into real estate.
Right.
And obviously, I interviewed with you, and you were always super supportive and cool, and so made me feel comfortable. And I was like, yeah, I'll try this. This is different, but
Right.
yeah,
So you interviewed other places.
I did.
Why did you decide to choose us? What was the difference maker for you?
Well, the other two places I interviewed at, one place I felt kind of, I hate to say, belittled a little bit, and I
Right.
didn't, like, I would ask questions. I like to ask a lot of questions,
Sure.
so I know what I'm doing, and I just didn't feel super comfortable. And then the other place I went to, I just kind of felt like they were a little unfair with, like, I guess kind of the amount maybe of money I had to pay in as a new realtor. And it's already tough at the beginning anyway, right? Because you're just trying to get started. But when I was interviewing with you, you were super comfortable, and like it was easy. I was comfortable. It was easy to talk to you, and I felt like the way you structured, what we pay, and then our office fees and everything. It just you always came across very fair, and I could ask you any questions, and that's for me was a key because I want to make sure I'm doing something right, especially when it's new like this. So,
Right.
yeah.
I'm totally grateful you made that decision. You're, I don't tell everybody this, but maybe I do. But you're my favorite realtor. So,
Oh my gosh, thanks, Richard.
but no,
That's sweet.
you're one of those people that lighten it up in the office, and I think we've got a pretty good culture there. I think
Yeah.
we have fun.
Yeah, we do.
But yeah, when you come in, it's game on. So, but it's great to have you. But some of those qualities that. And it's really your dad that enlightened me on this deal. But I'd never realized how focused you are. You're really way more creative than I thought you were.
Really?
And I didn't sit around and ponder what's victory like. But
Right.
you meet somebody, and I think we all tend to come to some conclusions about who you are.
Yeah. Right.
I never knew you'd be this focused. I never knew you'd be this creative. But when your dad, he spoke at your wedding,
Yeah.
and he said the word intentional, and he said it three or four times. I'm guessing you remember it.
Oh yeah.
And it clicked. Like that's exactly the way you are. You are so. There's all these distractions that are going on within a real estate transaction, and you're popping back over here and popping, going back and forth with them, but you're
Yeah.
always looking to the end. And I think that's one of the qualities about you that make you successful is that word intentional was like your dad nailed it. So
Yeah. I appreciate that.
he
He's
did-
so sweet too.
Well,
I was like, Dad.
that was a great speech. So
Yeah.
it was you could he wasn't saying that because you were his daughter. Although he seemed very proud to say it, but he was saying it because it's right. It was accurate. So,
Yeah, relationships mean a lot to me.
Right.
Not just with my family, but when I am working with someone, I want them to feel comfortable, and
Right.
I want them to know that I'm going to help them through the whole thing. So I really appreciate you saying that because
it's true. So I think about you. Another thing is, I've sit down and listened to you talk about your plans, your structure, the way you do business. What is it? What are some of those things that you may want to share to those that are listening? What are some of those things that differentiate you from another realtor? Why
Yeah.
would somebody decide I want to be Victory's?
well,
I want to work with you.
It's funny. I talked to another realtor yesterday, and he was kind of hoping I would give him like some secret sauce, I guess. And I don't know if I have any secrets, but other than obviously working hard and being quick to respond to people, and really listening to them, like what do they want.
Right.
If someone really likes a certain house, maybe that's not my cup of tea necessarily, but if they really love it, I try to really read their body language and just really connect with them on what they like. And so that's one thing. And then advertising is a big thing for me. I feel like a lot of my customers come from advertising, but also since I've been in real estate now, it'll be 5 years, I'm starting to actually get people coming back. So that's been really great.
Reselling the house. Yeah.
Reselling, and which also, that's a really big compliment when they want to come back. And I felt like I really did a good job the first time helping them. And then I'm trying to think about, I like to use social media.
Right.
I really enjoy posting stuff on Instagram and Facebook, and not just to be cute, but I want to, I want my family and friends to remember, hey, I am a realtor, but not like overwhelm them,
right.
but just posting stuff and just reminding them that, hey, I know what I'm doing, and hey, I'm here if you need help. And I mean, even my sister, I have older sister, she's awesome, but sometimes you're just like, oh, you're just the annoying little sister.
Right.
But she actually has been watching me, obviously, and she let me help her with, a couple transactions, and she's been really impressed. And that may sound, I know she's my sister, but it means a lot
right.
to have her trust me
right.
with a big transaction like that.
Right.
So that's the social media thing, I think, is a big thing.
That's great. You shared, we've one time with me about one of the things that you found what you liked about real estate. And I don't know if anything comes to mind there or not, but what is something, and I thought it was brilliant what you had to say at the time, but what's something you really like about what you're doing other than social media and anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, a couple of things. One, I really do like people, and I like meeting all types of people from different cultures, different backgrounds. I find that really to be fun. I do like seeing houses, actually. I like actually going and seeing different homes. I think it's really neat. I really like the older homes. I think they're just really cool. And I'm really thankful not to be in a cubicle all day, and I can drive around. So I like that. But I really feel like as I'm helping people through the transaction, I'm kind of like their best friend for 6 weeks. I get close with you. I get really close with you,
great.
And because it's such a big thing. I mean, I feel like almost next to getting married, it's the biggest transaction of your life, buying a home. And so you need someone there that's kind of holding your hand. And I almost feel like I'm a gymnastics coach again, kind of spotting them through the process so they don't feel scared, because everyone gets scared.
That's
that
good.
I found through the process.
That's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. Was that it really turned some lights on for me, and just some of the people in my life and the relationships and things like that. Is that you are super tight for 90 days with these people.
Yeah.
And then it's like that you give them the keys and it's over. And you'll get a few texts, after the closing, and they'll be like, I kind of miss you. Should we still keep talking, or what do we do here? Or where, and then by that time you're just back to normal.
It's tough.
On to the next one.
I really, because you want to stay in relationship with people, and I genuinely do really enjoy our time together, and I keep up with them on text message, or sometimes we'll just call every couple of months or so. And some of them I do, we'll go to dinner, lunch, but it's tough if you have multiple clients. It's tough to be able to do that with everyone.
Right.
And I wish that I could. I really do enjoy that. So it is tough sometimes, because I did have someone tell me one time, I don't know if I like the house, if we like the house, or if we like you the most.
That's a great compliment.
And so that was really sweet. And I think people can tell you're doing your best, though, on staying in relationship with them. And just like you said, being intentional. And I'm not just their realtor. I actually text them, hey, how are your kids doing?
Right.
How's your family? And I really mean that when I'm checking up on people.
I get that from you. I do. What's something, we'll end it here. What's something that most people don't know about you that you'd want to share?
I love watching Netflix. I don't know if people know that, but I know that's kind of lame.
Everybody watches Netflix.
Everyone watches Netflix.
Even my mom.
You're right.
Yeah.
What is something else people... I love ice cream.
Okay,
did you know
great.
that? I don't know. I don't know if
not.
I have anything super... Oh, I do sing.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I haven't as much lately, but I do love to sing in my church a lot.
Did you sing the national anthem for something?
Yeah, I
feel like I was somewhere where you sang that.
It's probably downtown at a baseball game or something. But actually, no, I sang at my church a lot, and I still want to get back doing that more, but that's how I actually met my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, I was singing, and he came to play on our church band, and thought he was cool. So, yeah,
It's great.
kind of started there.
All right, everybody. Victory Reneau. We'll see you next week.